Hi, OJ. I'm in a mess, a big one. I don't even know where to start. I go to this church where there is this rich man, married and charming. Too charming, OJ. I put menstrual blood in his food. Everyone loves him. After service, he hands out money to the whole congregation for transportation and he hosts parties at his mansions sometimes. His generosity, his good looks, I couldn't help myself. I started obsessing over him, and the envy I felt for his wife grew every day. 6 months ago, everything changed. I was waiting for a ride home after work when he stopped by and offered me one. We exchanged contacts, and he even added me on his Facebook. That's where the obsession got worse. I downloaded his pictures, printed them out, and plastered them all over my bedroom wall. At night, I would masturbate while staring at these photos. One day I fell sick and my friends came over to visit. They saw the pictures on the wall and asked if he was my boyfriend. I told them the truth that he was married, but I was in love with him. That's when they said something that stuck with me. Use what you have to get what you want. Hmm. At first, I didn't understand, but they explained it to me. They had been getting money from men like him, rich men who only needed a little push. They even took me to a fetish priest. That was the day my life took a very dark turn. The fetish priest told me that if I wanted the man to fall for me, I would have to cook for him using my menstrual blood. It sounded insane, disgusting even, but desperation has a way of making the impossible seem logical. I was broke, my job wasn't paying, and I envied the luxury my friends lived in. So I considered it. I found out that he passes a junction near my workplace every evening. I started timing my walks so we would bump into each other one day. It worked. He started giving me rides home, and during one of those rides, he mentioned how his wife couldn't cook. That was my opening. Hmm. I told him I would cook for him anytime he wanted. The first time he came to my house, I prepared him a meal without the menstrual blood. He loved it so much that he started asking me to cook for him regularly. He even brought his friends over sometimes. But despite all this, he made it clear he wasn't interested in anything beyond friendship. That crushed me, OJ. I told my friends, and they insisted I follow the fetish priest's advice. The next month, when my period came, I did it. I mixed a bit of the blood into his food and served it to him. It's at this point that I ask that you subscribe to the channel, share a comment, or click on the like button, as that is the only way you encourage me to bring you more confessions and more stories. So please, subscribe. Let's go. OJ, I felt like I was in a movie. He ate it and couldn't even stop praising my cooking. That's when everything spiraled out of control. He started falling for me so hard. He bought me an iPhone 15 Pro Max, moved me to a new apartment, and started giving me money every month. We even went to Dubai recently. Nobody in church suspects a thing, not even his wife. But now he's talking about marrying me. He barely spends time with his wife anymore, and I know I've ruined their marriage. Last week, things took a different turn. During service, the prophet said there is someone in the church who has used charms to steal another woman's husband. He warned that if the person doesn't stop, their life would become miserable and they would die. OJ, I know he was talking about me. I've been restless since then, depressed and scared. I went back to the fetish priest to undo whatever I've done, but he has disappeared. I feel trapped. My friends, those same friends who led me into this mess, are nowhere to be found. I hate myself for what I've done, OJ. I regret everything. I just want my life back. I want peace. OJ, please, I need help. What do I do? Click on this story as young fools shared amazing secrets. On the challenge, we listen, we don't judge. Hmm, Very fascinating.